Hi folks, got a silly question here for you. You ever wonder what happens in the woods immediately after you leave that particular area? Or just before returning? More specifically, what sounds can be heard? May sound like a silly question, but if you're at all interested in the subject of forest cryptids, maybe you should be asking these questions. Because in my opinion, once you develop a systematic method for sampling these specific zones after leaving, you'll realize that method is the easiest way for you to determine if there's a bunch of unknown forest beings out there who utilize an intelligent system of alerting one another to the main threat to them, humans. Last season, I began a series of surveys to answer that question in the maze of fire service roads in a nearby national forest to me. Anyone can do this if you have a large enough forest near your location. The most basic things you will need are at least 2 digital audio recorders that have a USB interface for downloading audio files onto your laptop or PC, a laptop or desktop with a USB port and a sound processing program on it. I use the free version of Audacity. I'll link it below. And thirdly, a vehicle that can lawfully travel down the single-track gravel roads or trails that cut through the forest, and be nimble enough to Y-turn safely at most points. This is important. I sometimes call these surveys a festival of Y-turns, and if you ever try to do one of these yourself, you'll understand why. I explained the process involved with these audio surveys in last year's video entitled All Clear Alert Survey 1. I'll leave a link to that below as well. Or better yet, along with this video, it'll be in my playlist 2021 ACA Surveys. That too will be linked below. All videos in that playlist are in chronological order. So what follows is an excerpt from Survey 1. I believe reloading this for you has some value, even if you've seen it before. It nutshells the procedure in conducting such a survey. Each one of these yellow diamonds on this map represents a location where I left an audio recorder for about 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes, I can be heard getting back into my truck and driving off, hence the term drive-offs. Where I drove off in those 10 minutes was to the next location, approximately 1/2 mile down the road, where I would then place a second recorder before getting back into my truck and backtracking back to location 1 to retrieve recorder number 1. Then it's off to location 2 to pick up recorder 2, stop that one, then it's off another 1/2 mile down the road to location 3, where I'd put recorder 1 out. Then to location 4 to put recorder 2 out, then repeat this process over and over until I ran out of time. I only had about 3.5 hours to do this 10-mile survey on that day, which works out to about 18 stops. This was my first time doing this festival of wide turns, so I hope to get better and faster with this as the season goes on. Maybe a reasonable expectation would be about 20 stops in 3 hours. In my All Clear Alerts video, I only checked for sounds as I was driving off, but I think there's just as much chance of an alert being sounded as my vehicle is seen returning. Return alerts, we'll call them, I guess. I'll be listening for both. Just enough to raise an alarm. At each stop, I will take my recorder about 50 steps into the woods before hiding it there. I believe this slight intrusion into the woods is necessary for an alarm to be raised, especially on the return. Humans in this area may stop their vehicles from time to time, but I'd guess they'd rarely get out and just randomly start walking into the woods in these remote locations. I'm trying to introduce a novel and potentially dangerous behavior into their world in hopes that they may start to communicate with one another, and if these communication attempts are loud enough, I hope to capture them on my recorders. I began planning for this video last winter when going over last season's findings. Last season, my most productive project by far was survey number 2. I had 11 positive results from that survey out of 18. In science, it can be very useful to repeat an experiment, especially if successful the first time. From the layman's perspective, it can solidify conclusions from the first, or it can illuminate an unknown variable that throws a wrench into the first conclusion, each of which are extremely helpful. So even with negative results from redoing survey number 2, I thought I would learn a great deal from that too. I would be careful to re-execute the survey on or near the same date with similar weather conditions to mitigate the variable of regular seasonal movements of these unknown force beings, or perhaps migration even. Along with that would be choose the exact locations, obviously. It's actually a no-brainer, a win-win. No matter what the results were, I would learn just as much from the negative results as I would with positive ones. This 2 birds with 1 stone plan was too good for me to pass up, so I set the wheels in motion. I just finished the redo the other day, and was off by only 1 day because of a previous commitment. Last year's survey 2 was conducted on June 19th. This year, it was on the 20th, but the weather was calm and clear, just as it was with the prior. To save on time and gas money, I decided to sample only the 11 positive locations from the original survey, where something was heard which triggered me to attribute a positive result to each location. The locations sampled were L22, 23, 25, 27, 28, 29, 31, 33, 36, 37, and 38. A little sidebar before I get started with this, which explains a little bit about how I decided to display this for you. My end goal is to give a good head start to those of you who are actually thinking of doing some of this stuff yourselves. This is not as unselfish as it appears on the surface. In most things, with the competitive nature with most people, it's only natural to covet trade secrets, to make sure that they stay on top of whatever field they're in. It's taken me roughly 5 years of tweaking and retweaking my methods to arrive at this final, most productive expenditure of my time, to where I can expect the maximum amount of results for the minimum amount of effort. Some folks might be tempted to jealously keep those trade secrets that they learned along the way to themselves. After all, it wasn't their spent blood, sweat, and gas money, was it? No, it was mine. So what do I have to gain from sharing my trade secrets and urging more of you to start doing some of this stuff yourselves, you might ask? Well, like most of you, I don't have all the time or the money to go out and do these surveys in other parts of the country, or the world for that matter, not unless I win the lottery someday. I'm so confident that these surveys are the best use of your time to determine if you have activity in your area, that if I can get even just a small handful of you folks to give it a try, and hopefully share with me what you find, it might help me with some nagging questions I have. Questions that can only be answered by greatly increasing the geographical distances between these surveys. I don't want to be leading the witness, as it were, any more than I have to by expounding upon that point in terms of what exact hypothesis I'm dwelling on. So I encourage any and all to take up this little hobby too. I'll do what I can to give any tips to those out there who reach out to me, and please share your findings if I do. Perhaps in the future we could network through a small, private Facebook group with our findings, just spitballing. So here are the results from the redo of Survey 2. Now I cannot help you much with your vehicle, recorders, or computer, other than the basics which I stated previously, but I can take you along in real time to show you the process of screening these roughly 10-minute videos, to show you what I'm actually looking for. This might be helpful for some of you. The audio you will hear will be my GoPro picking up the sound from my speakers, which is Bush League at best. So for each alert I find, I will immediately play the sound back with a direct file transfer to give you the highest possible quality of those sounds to listen to. Keep in mind, I have no idea what's on these when I'm reacting to them, so you can see firsthand my thought process with each, as I will be commenting throughout. Locations with no alerts will hit the cutting room floor, I'm afraid. This video will be long enough with the positive locations only. Well, without further ado, let's get started. Let's load location 22 up. Okay, we're going to get this the way I like. I'm going to stretch this out and then focus on one channel. Click this over here, go to spectrogram, and we're going to zoom in a little closer here. Usually about 3 clicks will do it. This all looks really loud in here, so I'm going to go over here to this and turn the gain down before I start. Okay, the odd numbered locations might not match up with the odd number of the recorder because I'm only sampling the positive results from survey number 2 last summer of 21, June 19th of 21. Redoing it. This is June 20th of 22. Okay, so this is recorder 6 at location 22. Okay, we're not going to listen to all this here. I'm going to click over here and go on pinned playhead so that the playhead stays in the middle and the spectrogram moves. Okay. Okay, I just press the space bar to stop. I'm not going to go through all this. All this noise here is when I still have the recorder in hand. So I'm going to click up here. This is quick play enabled. Wherever I click up here, I'm going to go to. So I'm going to skip over this stuff in here. It's me walking out with the recorder. And it's going to be really loud until I deploy it and start walking away. So clicking again. So I think I deploy it right in here and I'm walking away in here. See how it's fading out? Okay, I'm just gonna click up here and we're gonna go from here. Now I'm gonna turn the volume up as I'm walking away. Just my footsteps. Okay, hold on, right away, right off the bat. Okay, this here was the car door shut. I'm already about 50 yards away from the recorder and out on the dirt road. Car door shut, and this here is the starter from the Jeep. But here and here, once you listen here and here, these two little lines here. Yeah, those were not me. Those are probably alerts. Alright. There's 2 little clicks there. What about it? Now I'm going to switch the playhead to the standard. So I'm skipping when I touch up here. So whenever I say skipping, I'm just touching up here. I'm skipping to the next field. So I'm actually looking in here. These are oven birds. These here, really loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, we don't need to hear that. I don't see anything else, so skipping. 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 Okay, here I am. This is my car coming back. So we're gonna go just before the car is coming back now. What in the hell was that? Wow, what in the hell was that? I don't know what that is. That's not me. That's not a normal sound a car makes. See, there's a car door. I'm going to zoom in here. A little magnifying glass. I'm going to zoom in once here. I don't know what that could be. Just a tire pop. A little piece of gravel and popping off my tire and hitting the wheel well. I don't know though. I'm leaning towards that's not a tire pop. Okay, let's go down to the next one. 23. This is location 23, quarter 3. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I deployed about right in here. So let's start there. Turn up the volume. Over here. Car door. I'm going to zoom in on that. See what's going on. Too vague. This is what I'm kind of curious about. Nothing. Oh, there's another one. There's another one right here. Yep, that's definitely one. Let's go back to the other one. Okay, this was the first one. Yeah, I wasn't even rolling yet. That can't be a tire pop. Yeah, we've got positive stuff going on here. All right. Skipping ahead. Nothing but birds here skipping. What's this down here? Oh, it's a fly. How about this here? Mosquito. Skipping. This, I bet you this is a fly. Very loud fly. Oh, there's a little something down here. That's another little flyby with some kind of insect. Skipping. Okay, here, this is me coming back. That was a perfect little pop. That is definitely an alert. I'm going to zoom in once. Let's you hear this. There's another one right here, just before the car door. Here's the car door. Look at this. That's all it is. That's all it is. Okay, locations 25 and 27 had nothing on them, just a waste of time. I got 28 here. Location 28. Hopefully Not going to waste a lot of time on this one. Let's go. I think I'm deploying about right here. This looks like I'm walking away. It's just fading away. Okay, I think I hear vocals. I remember now what that was. There was about a group of 9 or 10 cyclists standing there just talking. So I just got in my car and left. So as I leave, we'll see how long they stick around or what happens here. That's their voices. My car door starting up and leaving. Okay, there seems to be some kind of noise there, but it takes a good... I know the sound of a little bit of gravel in my... banging around underneath my hubcaps. That's all that is. Doing a Y turn. Some kind of insect. Now I'm driving off. I'm gonna let it roll here, see what I hear. Okay, those are definitely alerts. They're probably alerting to those cyclists. I'm going to zoom in on these alerts. Here, here, and here. Sounds like wood. Yep, it's their voices. All right. Skipping. Let me check this out here. Just a voice. Let me check this out. Check this out. bird voice. Okay, this was supposed to be calm, but this here, all this darker pink in here is from wind. It was calm for the most part, I thought. Now there can be some hidden stuff, but it's really tough to see and hear. Nothing of note. Yeah, it's getting pretty windy. I'm going to skip all this. Clicking over here. Okay, it's calmed down. Alright, let's skip ahead to when I come back. Some kind of insect. Look at this here. I bet you this is a insect of some kind getting crazy. Kamikaze fly. Okay, here's me. This is me returning right here. Tire pop. That's an alert. That's a fly. That's the car door. That's me walking in to get the recorder. Okay, nothing there. It just gets really loud when I get close to the recorder. Let's go back to that knock. Yeah, that's... Oop, there's a little bump just before the knock. Interesting. Okay, that does it for 28. Okay, locations 29 and 31 had nothing. That was another colossal waste of time. So we'll load up 33. Zoom in one more time. Pin the playhead. That's me walking out, walking away. Mosquito. Car door. Me driving. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. Wait, what was that? Nothing. Just tire pops. But what's this? Yep. Yep, we got an alert and a mosquito. Yep. I'm already gone. Ha. Huh. That's a good one. Alright, convert the playhead. Let's skip it ahead. Skipping. Skipping. Now this looks interesting right over here. Let's check that out. Some kind of insect, a fly. Okay, here's me returning. So let's skip ahead. Skip ahead to that. Nothing. That's just me. The only thing that's questionable is this over here. Let's go back. Play that a couple of times. That could just be a tire pop. Alright, that does it for 33. So 36 is the next on the docket. Pick up right where I start to walk out. Car door. Oh! I tell you what, this is a good area. I'm going to put my overnight recorders out there. But yeah, that's 100% not me. My car door. Start. Not even rolling yet. Okay, I don't even start to roll until right in here. Car door, starter, and I put it in gear about here and start to roll. So this here is without a doubt an all clear alert from something. That's a good one. Nothing. Flies. Check this out right here. Skipping. Probably another fly right here. Here too. Skipping. There's some clicks. Looks like something walking. Something walking. It's right here. The chipmunk. Chipmunk's alerting to something. I think we got another fly, I think. Aggressive. Jeez, kamikaze fly. Probably a deer fly. Skipping. Skipping. Oh, what's this? We gotta check that out. That's definitely something. Yeah, that's an alert because this is me. This is my vehicle returning. This is a very early alert. Okay, there's a car door amid the kamikaze fly. The car door in there. There. Jeez. Those are just my footsteps. Okay, it's gonna get really loud. Those are just my footsteps. Okay, 36 is in the books. Okay, 37 was a big old nothing burger. So we'll go on to the last one here, 38. Okay, this is about probably where I deploy and start to walk away. That's just me walking out. This is probably a car. One of these is a car door in here. This might be it. We got something here. That's an alert. That's wood on wood. That's the car door. Starter. That's an alert. Just listen to this one again. I'm going to go back to the regular playhead. This one right over here. Let me get some volume here. What is that? Oops. What was that? What? Is that a vocal? Zoom in. Huh. There's one aggressive bird. Oh, thank God. All right, let's skip. Skip. All right, here's my car. Car door. One of these is a car door. I don't know about that. That could be just a tire pop. That sounds suspicious. Car door. It's me walking in, and I think that's it. Well, that's it. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing. Click on the bell to get notifications when I post a new video.